Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your graduation session today. Be kindly advised that you're going to talk to you about the procedure of your photo side of the graduation this morning. Every graduate would have to have one of these yellow cards with them. Please fill those out, keep them on your person. It's going to be collected on your way to the stage. Also a name card issued left on your seat with your qualification and your details on that. Bring that to the stage. And then the other thing that you need to have is your hood strung over your left forearm, please. You'll be asked then ushered forwards, move onto the stage. You'll be without your yellow card, and then this ticket you'll hand to the person on the podium. And then very important, more importantly, there's a box or a marker or a square made on the floor with a piece of duct tape. That's the place we need to stand. We want you to stand specifically on that box. If you're standing off that box, whatever side of it, there's going to be focus on some other technical issues. So please just see the box and stand inside the box. The first photograph will be taken with that flashlight right now. And after, you need to proceed to the main functionary, where one of two things is going to happen. I think it's higher certificates, diplomas, and advanced diplomas. You might get a ceremonial nod from the main functionary there. The people who's carrying hoods, the bed or the kneeling box will be put upstairs, and then you'll need to kneel down with your right knee. And then if you have long hair, please tie it around your left hand side here to keep the left hand side open. For that first photograph, the second photograph to be taken from the stage, where after you then proceed to the banding box. Again, where one of two things will happen. You'll be either congratulated to that box, or you'll hand the hood over to the registrar. You'll find another square made on the floor. That's the exact spot you need to stand to place you correctly in that photograph. And then once the hood moves over your face, it passes your chin. It'll be that exact time when that third photograph is taken of you. After that, please leave the stage. You'll receive a scroll at the table on the left-hand side. And then you'll go out of the hall through the first door. You'll find that there's a big arrow on the ground. Just follow through that. Outside in the foyer, a head and shoulders portrait will be taken, and then you'll move to the far table where you'll receive your qualification and paper form. Please then return back to your respective seats. This set of photographs are taken of each and every graduate crossing the stage today. However, if you want to have it sent to you by print form or digital format, then you need to make an order. And then also, please feel free to make an order for family members and friends as present. Photograph stations upstairs. You're welcome to go and visit those.
Good morning and welcome to our autumn 2023 graduation ceremony. Please ask that all phones be switched to silent. Please remain seated throughout the duration of the ceremony and do not leave the hall unless it is an emergency. Please can I ask that we rise for the entry of the academic procession. Thank you.
By virtue of the power vested in me as the Chief Executive Officer, I constitute this gathering a congregation of Centurion. Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this 10th of May graduation ceremony at our beautiful Centurion campus. Today's ceremony, ladies and gentlemen, is part of our Stadio Autumn graduation series that started 4 weeks ago in Windhoek, Namibia. And in this autumn series will conclude later this week here on our Centurion campus. A total of 19 graduation ceremonies offered to our graduates during this autumn graduation series. The first graduation ceremony in South Africa was held on the 7th of April 1910 at UCT in Cape Town. A total number of 6 students graduated on that historic day. Today, 113 years later, graduation ceremonies are still a very important part of the academic calendar, not just in South Africa, South African universities, but internationally and worldwide. These graduation ceremonies were constituted to be a celebration of academic achievement. And that is exactly what today is. It's a celebration of these graduates in the front's academic achievements. But it is not just an historic event for our graduates. This series is also a very historic moment for us as an institution. On Monday, we conferred our first 2 doctorate degrees. As an institution, this is a very important milestone for us. So also celebration for us as an institution. But before we continue with these celebrations, I would like to welcome the following people in person. Firstly, our keynote speaker this morning is Ms. Bridget Manyaga, Bridget is our head of academics at the Krugersdorp campus. Bridget, thank you for your time this morning, and we really look forward to your keynote address. A warm welcome also to our heads of schools. On the stage, our head of academics, other academic leadership, senior lecturers, deputy registrars. We also have a head of campus, Mr. Johan Uckerman from our Waterfall campus. Welcome to all our lecturers as well as all support staff. A special word of welcome goes to the people at the back, the family and friends of our graduates. You being here this morning make this event extra special. Welcome to you. That then brings me to our VIPs, the important people of today's event, our graduates. I must say, you look very, very snazzy here from the top. I know that on the program there's a congratulatory address, but I think it's appropriate for me at this stage just to congratulate you all with your remarkable achievement. From my side, I would like to say, well done. Congratulations. We are super proud of you. Let's give them a great round of applause. Today, when you walk over the stage, you become part of a very special group of people. That is Stadio Alumni. I can see a lot of you are ready for this. See a lot of excitement. I also see a few worried faces. Don't be worried. You will do just fine. But to be part of the alumni of Stadio is, as I say, a special event in itself. Our alumni include award-winning teachers, principals of schools, senior managers, both private and public institutions. We have lecturers at universities, entrepreneurs. We have designers, fashion designers, police, management, as well as members of parliament, just to name a few. My plea to all our alumni and also to our graduates this morning is please go out, go and implement the skills and knowledge that you've attained during your studies. Go and implement it where you are, in your workplace, in your communities. As graduates, you have the responsibility to use your education to make a positive impact in your communities. South Africa really needs you. Go out and go and make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, if we look at statistics, we see that only 6% of South Africans have a degree. Internationally, developed countries show up to 35% of their adult population with degrees. If we look at middle-income countries such as Brazil, the number is at 15%. So South Africa is way behind the international community. So if we really want to change things in our country, if we really want to grow the economy, if we really want to overcome poverty, we will have to give more people access to higher education. And that is exactly what Stadio stands for. Our strategy is built on 3 pillars. The first one is widening access, giving more people the opportunity to study higher education. The second pillar is that of the alignment with the world of work. We pride ourselves that our qualifications are relevant and that our graduates are sought after in the workplace. And then thirdly, student-centeredness, ensuring that we support our students to be successful with their studies. Stadio is also a new vision in higher education. To be a new vision, you have to do things differently. I don't want to bore you this morning with a whole list of things that we do differently, but I want to conclude this welcome address by highlighting only one thing that we feel very proud of as an institution. And that is our Khulisa student share scheme. For those of you who do not know, Stadio is a listed company, listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We are also the only higher education institution in South Africa, and I still stand to be corrected, the only higher education institution in the world that offer our postgraduate students shares after completing their postgraduate studies. So what does that mean? It means our postgraduate students in QF level 8 and upwards, these include honors, masters and doctorate students, will not just receive their degree certificates at these ceremonies, but at the same time, they will also receive their share certificates, making them shareholders in Stadio Holdings. I think that needs a round of applause. We do this, ladies and gentlemen, to really partner with our students and to be there with them and take that first step toward creating their own personal wealth. And hopefully, as time goes on, in continuing with that personal wealth and leaving generational wealth for their families. Together, before I go there, it's my hope this morning that all the undergraduates here this morning will also become shareholders in the future. And together, we will build this institution to become the leading higher education institution, not just in South Africa, but on our continent. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I trust that you all feel welcome. I want you all now to sit back, relax, and enjoy this celebration with us. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Foster. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to introduce the keynote speaker. Bridget Managa is currently the head of academics distance learning at Stadio Higher Education. Previously, she held the position of deputy head of the Faculty of Commerce at the IIE, where she was responsible for the management and governance of qualifications in various disciplines. Bridget is a seasoned academic and has held various management positions in higher education. The qualifications include an undergrad in sport business management from UJ, a postgraduate diploma in management from Regent Business School, a postgraduate diploma in educational management from Nkosi, and a master's degree in business management from the University of Johannesburg. At present, she's in the final stages of completing a PhD in business management at the University of Johannesburg. In addition, Bridget is a responsible citizen who actively contributes towards community upliftment. She is an ex officio member of the Rotary Club of Johannesburg. She has published numerous textbook chapters in various disciplines. Furthermore, she is an external reviewer at the DHET accredited journal and has presented research papers to national and international audiences. Bridget Managa, it is a privilege to call upon you for the keynote address.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning indeed. Thank you. Members of the academic procession, friends and family, all protocol observed, and of course, our graduates. Goeiemorgen. Let me start by taking this opportunity to thank our guests of honor, our graduates. Thank you for making this day of joyous celebration possible for all of us. Undoubtedly, the completion of your qualification should be one of the greatest milestones in your life. It signifies dedication, resilience, perseverance, and of course, your hard work. As you celebrate this achievement, I would like to urge you to reflect on the journey you have taken to arrive at this moment. I further want you to reflect on the visions and aspirations you had when you first decided to register and further your studies. It is these reflections that will enable you to steer forward with the eagerness of exploring endless opportunities and possibilities that lies ahead of you. So you may be asking yourself, you are here now, you've done this. What now? And what's next? Let me tell you a little story. Back in 2011, I graduated for the very first time at the University of Johannesburg. I remember the excitement and the joy of seeing my parents cheering for me while I walked across the stage with pride. I had done it. That's what I told myself. I've done it. You've got this girl. The night before the graduation, I remember how I daydreamed about using my qualification to unlock doors. Most they say education is the key to unlock opportunities. And so I thought, soon after my graduation, I'm going to secure my dream job. I will walk into my corner office at the tallest building in Centurion. Unfortunately, this wouldn't be further from the reality. My reality after graduation was rather brutal. I only qualified for entry-level jobs that did not come with a corner office at the top floor of the building, but they came with a little pigeonhole that I needed to share with a few other administrators. This was not the future I imagined, and neither was it part of my dream. While in the position of an administrator, I was then introduced to being an academic as a career. Coming from a village in Venda down in Limpopo, where my exposure to career choices were largely limited to being a nurse, a teacher, or doctor, and if you like, a lawyer. The thought of pursuing academia as a career was completely foreign to me. However, in that particular job, on a regular basis, I would keep hearing academics are having a meeting. Academics are going on a writer's trip. Academics this, academics that. And I thought to myself, that's nice. What do I need to do to also join this prestigious group of people? How do I become an academic? How do I prepare myself to partake in these important meetings? How long will it take me? How do I secure my seat at that table? Soon after this self-meeting, I had a performance review with my then line manager. And during our discussion, it became vividly clear what my aspirations were. And then he asked me, so Bridget, why are you not studying? And I looked at him and I was stunned. Like, I have studied. I graduated record time. And I thought I'm done with school. But in that moment, I realized I had no valid reason why I was not studying. This performance review became a turning point in my life because 2 years later, I was a master's student. I had 1 foot in as an academic, and I'd set a new goal for myself. It was to graduate PhD before turning 30. I had a hashtag that said PhD before 30. Well, as fate would have it, I got married, and just before 30, I had a living, breathing PhD, and she's turning 3 years this August. Irrespective of the delays and challenges, the pursuit for PhD did not stop because I firmly believe that dreams delayed are never dreams denied. My life story is really premised on 3 key pillars that I would like to share with you this morning. Number 1, set clear goals for yourself. Let's go back to what now? It's time for you to set the next goal. What do you do next? As you heard from my story, you will realize that education is not a once-off event. It is a continuous process that not only unlocks opportunities for yourself, but also for the community around you. Each of you here have got dreams and goals. Stand firm in knowing that your goals are valid. And by virtue of you sitting here in that gown, you have proven you possess the capabilities to make your dreams a reality. The key is to never get too comfortable. We can all agree there is no real growth in comfort. Secondly, commitment. Without commitment, there's no success. Every single person that you see basking in glory today, they've had shown high level of commitment to what they do. It doesn't matter whether your success is overnight or not. Commitment remains constant. And lastly, be hungry for opportunities. Don't just wait to be invited to the table. Technology, through creativity and innovation, provides a wealth of avenues for you to set the table for yourself while creating opportunities for others. But more importantly, I want to encourage you to invest in yourself, invest in self-development, educate yourself further, and be ready to grab opportunities when they become available. So that would require you to challenge yourself and also encourage others. But more importantly, we also need to give grace to those who have not had the privileges you have enjoyed. At the end of the day, education is not merely about certificates and degrees. It is about developing an understanding and a conscience that compels us to tackle issues of injustice and social ills, irrespective of our race, our religion, gender, and sexual orientation. Make your voice heard, impart positive change, and remember, you have acquired knowledge and you know better. With knowledge comes power, and with power comes great responsibility. Today is about you. You did it. Congratulations. Thank you.
Richard, thank you for a thought-provoking address. Thank you for motivating our students to become lifelong learners. And lastly, we are all glad that you finally have your corner office at Centurion. I now request Dr. Ivan Redlerus to present the names who appear in the program. Thank you, Dr. Swart. Now, when I walked in here, I thought I was at a funeral because I didn't see any smiles. Remember, this is some of the most exciting day of your life, because you celebrate. And remember one thing I always say, you graduate, you come, the photo that they take here, you might think it's worthless. It's going to be with you for the rest of your life. So I'm going to constantly remind you to smile, and I want you to please applause, clap hands for every student because they've all worked hard. And then I will remind them regularly to get rid of the sad faces, because I see them, look at them, they're still not smiling. Right? So please do your best, and let's start. Thank you. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the higher certificate in management on the following students. Certificate is an NQF level 5 qualification with 120 credits and 6 modules. Kabiso Maisimane. Wongin Shanshla Paloma. Come on, smile.
Ray to meet say Mama Bolo. Masikeha Mashile. That's it. That's it. Now you're getting excited, and that's what I want. Senzeni Ibane. Matsepo Wahloli. Yabetswe Wahlala. I see the smiles are disappearing here now, so I just keep it like that, eh? Bonakele Intimunye. That's how you must smile. Look at him. Eh? But you'll understand why. Jabulani Ngobeni passed cum laude with 3 distinctions. Well done. Olewafun Bilade Osikoya. The persons whose names were not read but appear on the program receive their qualifications in absentia. I thank you. Let's give them a hand. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the highest certificate in preschool education on the following students. The certificate is an NQF level 5 qualification with 126 credits and 8 modules. Michaela Besuidenhout. Right, listen. Wazi Utelezi passed cum laude. And you must smile. Passed cum laude with 6 distinctions. Mihle Jamini. Zandile Jamini passed with 4 distinctions. You should be right. Tabi Singh Forbo passed with 5 distinctions. Well done. Yeah, no, we're getting the spirit here now. Mpo Kambule passed cum laude with 7 distinctions. Well done. Jamal Maile. Sibongile Mfati. You guys must practice your smiles there. I'm gonna sound boring after a while, but you must. Mateboho Bodisinyane. Omolemo Mukwena passed with 6 distinctions. Well, I don't understand why. Kolahano Mochopi passed with 5 distinctions. Nonsikelelo Msimango. Precious Mtabela. That's it. Mama Tapelo Nkomo. Too serious. Right. Tremaine Peter. Chelsea Roberts. Omugabeng Seboka. Kebatso Selo. Come on, we must give them all a hand, eh? Let's not get lazy. But listen. Violet Siuketsa passed cum laude with 9 distinctions. Simpiwe Shongwe. Jessica van Wyk passed with 6 distinctions. Chimele van Wyk. That's how you must smile. Keep it up. Kendall Bonds. The persons whose names were not read but appear on the program received their qualification in absentia. I thank you. Let's give them a hand. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the postgraduate certificate in education in senior phase and further education and training on the following students. The postgraduate certificate is an NQF level 7 qualification with 128 credits and 8 modules. Tokolo Bapela. Sipeshishle Basina. That's a smile, eh? Keep it up. Humane Dikotla. Precious Dube. Daniel Erasmus. Listen. Marlies Joubert passed cum laude with 7 distinctions. Masignane Fabane. Small. Yes. Achodirwe Lekalake passed with 4 distinctions. Renilwe Lusenga passed with 5 distinctions. Well done. Segofatso Matiba. Mamape Bahapa. Yes, now they're picking up again. Let's give them all a hand every time. Rialebocha Mangala. That's a smile. Remember, look at this smile. Praise. No, praise you too. Hurry, just wait for the photo. Praise Mbulu. But listen. Billy Mapakane passed cum laude with 5 distinctions. Hello Buhale. Paulus Buhale passed cum laude with 6 distinctions. Well done. Ukaechi Mukale. That's it. You must smile. Look very serious. Gertrude Mulapo. That's a smile. Keep it up. Kolofelo Mulepo. Tusa, sorry. Tuso Monone. Angelina Muchabane. Listen. Ribotile Papuli passed with 4 distinctions. Well done. Rebecca Tembu. See this smile? This is an example. Gumane Munarini. Undo Nechizipani. Another smile, eh? Precious Sejamaholo. Misuli Sikosana passed with 4 distinctions. Buhle Solomtu. Bugadi Sono. Vicky Tees passed cum laude with 5 distinctions. Chiamo Tusi. Elna van den Heever. Rendani Vele. Iko Koreta Nkansi. The persons whose name were not read but appear on in the program receive their qualifications in absentia. I thank you. Let's give them all a hand. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Arts in Fashion on the following students. The degree is an NQF level 7 qualification with 378 credits and 29 modules. That's a smile, eh? Verushta Beekes. Monica Bingudzwa. Amber Botha. Shantay Bredenkamp. They're starting to smile now, yeah. So just keep it up like that. Courtney Brits. Now listen. Anzel, no, Anzel, just calm down, eh? Anzel Kutsie passed cum laude with 21 distinctions. Out of 29, it's quite good, I would say. Jean-Marie de Klerk. Don't be nervous, eh? I see you very nervous. Leonie Dippenaar. Chandray Dutoy. Wandle Duma passed with 8 distinctions. Right. Aboyile Dume passed cum laude with 23 distinctions. Very well done, well done, well done. That's a smile, eh? Andre Fouchier. Vimbai Hatsi. Sien Jukdis. Tabo, you must smile, eh? Tabo Kekana. Licho Nolo Kwale. That's a smile. Keep it up. Don't look at me, eh? Mapiu Fuetejo. Tumbi Kayise Kumalo. Yeah, that's it, eh? Encourage them. Zelda Kies passed cum laude with 13 distinctions. Well done. Lungiza Kunene. Biabetswe Low. The smile, eh? As wide as you can. Teboho Maslangu. Sebastian Maitri. Too serious. You must start smiling there already. Kagiso Maleka passed with, right, Kagiso? I must hear it. Passed with 14 distinctions. Uranwa Mashau. Juliet Matzi. Seklamo Bokotlo. Lebohang Mohipidu. Tokua Mochwahole. Sazi Pingoana. Sorry for that one. Gabaza Nkuna. Alright, that's it. Amandla Noah. Olwetu Kumalo. Anya Urlemans. Wait, Anya. Oh, you must wait, because this is getting exciting. Passed cum laude with 15 distinctions. Dominique Westhuizen passed with 15 distinctions. Jamie Proudfoot. Ayanda Hadebe. I just smile at the camera. Nebohang Ramakau. Nebohang Ramanamani. Olofelo Ramatsetse. Ramosui Ramonono. Amanda Schrader. That's it. Lungisa September. Angelique Smith. Sonia Stander. But listen, Christy Swanepoel passed cum laude with 18 distinctions. Well done. Maria van den Berg. Arzaan van der Walt. Siska van Heerden. I remember that is her dad standing there. That's beautiful. Let's give them a hand as well. Lara van Tonder. Inge Zulch. The persons whose names were not read but appear in the program receives their qualification in absentia. I thank you. Let's give them a hand. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Education in Intermediate Phase Teaching on the following students. The degree is in NQF Level 7 qualification with 522 credits and 40 modules. Pieter Avenant. Andre Bentley. Shantae Botha passed with 20 distinctions. Well done. Danielle Delport. Elsje Fourie. Krishna Jacobs. Smile, eh? Michelle Leroux. Menenhle Lembete. That's it, that's it. Natasha Mukhalab. Lesedi Bokwana. Thank you. Machidiso Sekhubela. Malebo Seroka. Mahlodi Sethobja. Kamogelo Shadu. Anel Smit. Veronica Swartz. Jane Taukubong. Big one. Lindiwe Chabalala. Hubert van der Stoep passed with 26 distinctions. Well done. Ruben van Heerden. Efton van Rooyen passed with 20 distinctions. Well done. The persons whose names were not read but appear on the program received their qualifications in absentia. I thank you. Let's give them a hand. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the postgraduate certificate in education in senior phase and further educating and training on the following student. The postgraduate certificate is an NQF level 7 qualification with 128 credits and 8 modules. Nontokozo Zulu. Thank you, Dr. Swart.
Thank you, Dr. Redenis, and so thank you for the enthusiasm shown. I now call upon Mr. Henk de Jager to present the awards. Thank you, Dr. Swart.
Mr. CEO, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the following top achievers. This category, there is the overall achievement awards. And to qualify for this award, the student needs to achieve an overall average of at least 65% on their first attempt. It's quite important, first attempt, in order to be considered for this award. And the winner in the overall achievement, the Bachelor's of Arts in Fashion, is Abiola Dume. With an average mark of 80.89%. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. de Jager. I now call upon Mr. Johan Ukerman to do the congratulatory address.
Thank you, Dr. CEO. That's today. Our parents and family. Our reading is from a great. If you haven't read it, you should read it. It's the book by John van der Reyt. Spud. The old history teacher sitting in his home in front of the fireplace with a 13-year-old Spud in front of him late evening. We stared into the fire together, an old man full of memories and stories, and a young boy whose memories lay before him. After a while, he turned to me and said, "I hear they call you Spud." I nodded and felt the blood rushing to my face. Then he smiled and said, "That's what they called me too, a late bloomer." I looked at Chris and tried to imagine him as Spud. It was impossible. He was too old. Another long silence followed, and then Chris spoke again. This time his gaze didn't shift from the roaring orange flames, and his voice seemed strangely distant, like a voice that used to be his and had long since faded away. Remember, boy, God gave us the greatest gift of all. Not love, health, or beauty, not even life. By choice, God's greatest gift is choice. You made such a good decision a while ago to study through studying. I want to congratulate you. As academics and as management on the stage today, and all of us involved in the academic project, it is really such a joy to see the audience in front of us today. Parents and family bursting with pride, and our fantastic students. So that first choice, your Stadio degree, was such an important milestone. So well done to you. It has not been easy. I was thinking about the students went through 4 years of studies through us. 2 of those years were COVID years. And it added a lot of pressure, not only emotionally, not academically, but also financially on all your sponsors and all those people that paid to get you to this point today. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to those parents. Thank you to family, to crowdfunders who got you here. But congratulations to you. There's a great Afrikaans word, and I don't find that word in the other languages. It's called vasbyt. Julle het vasgebyt. Bonaluma. Huh? Ja, vasgebyt. Bitter einders. So well done to you. I'm going to repeat something that most of you most probably saw last weekend. And you most probably watched the coronation of King George III. And I would like us, our graduates, to be upstanding when I do this. Would you please stand up, all the graduates. There was the chief commander of the armed forces, and at the end of the ceremony there, he asked all the armed forces participate in the parade to do 3 big hip hip hurrahs. And I would like those soldiers in those gardens of Windsor Castle and lift this roof today by saying to you all, and repeat after me, hip hip! Louder, hip hip! Hip hip! I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Boekerman. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to sing the national anthem. You are requested to remain standing afterwards to enable Mr. Foster to dissolve the congregation and for the academic procession to leave the hall. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I now dissolve this congregation.